This is the FerdY Sentosa 59 Acrylic Freestanding Bathtub. Rectangular shape, beautiful clean edges, modern brushed nickel drain. I wanted to share my quick review and personal experience with this tub, especially since I just went through an entire bathroom remodel. Picking out a bathtub was honestly one of the most important choices for me. I knew I wanted a freestanding tub, something that would feel like a centerpiece for the bathroom, but still comfortable, deep, and practical for daily use. Right away, the look of the Sentosa 59 inches really stood out. It's got these crisp lines and a true rectangle shape, which matches perfectly with my sink basins, both of which are squared off too. The rectangular silhouette just made sense for what I was trying to do. A cohesive, contemporary look, not just a random tub thrown in. The finish is high-gloss acrylic, which means it's shiny, looks high-end, but doesn't feel cold or industrial. It's smooth and bright, not dull at all. I want to highlight a few key features from my experience that have made this tub work for me. First, let's talk about the depth. The soaking depth is just under 16 inches, 15.9 if you want the exact number, which is honestly deeper than most standard tubs you'll find. When you fill it up, you actually get that real soaking feeling. I'm fairly average height, and the water comes up high enough for a full body soak, but even my taller friends have said it feels luxurious. What I also like is the way the back end is sloped. So when you want to lean back, the tub actually supports your lower back instead of forcing you to sit upright. It's subtle, not an extreme curve, but it's enough that after a long day, I can stretch out and still feel totally relaxed. If you're wondering about comfort, because that's a huge thing for bathtubs, this model is comfortable even if you want to stay in for a while. The insulated acrylic body helps the water retain heat for longer, meaning you're not constantly reaching for more hot water every 10 minutes. That's a detail I didn't expect to matter as much as it does, but that extra warmth makes a huge difference, especially when you really need to unwind. The surface is also pretty non-slip, even though it looks super smooth, so I don't worry about sliding around when getting in or out. One thing I wasn't sure about at first was installation. The Sentosa 59 inches is a freestanding model, so it doesn't attach to walls on any side. This can make some people nervous, especially if you've never installed a tub before. I watched a few videos and read the FerdY manual, which has pretty clear illustrations. From my own experience, it was easier than I expected, but it definitely helps to have some basic tools ready and at least 2 people for lifting. The bathtub weighs almost 95 pounds. Not so heavy you can't move it, but not something you want to drag around by yourself. What worked for me in securing the tub was running a ring of silicone around the base. This creates a watertight seal and prevents any unwanted movement. And so far, my tub hasn't shifted at all, even after months of use. About the drain and overflow. This model comes with a brushed nickel drain cover and a minimalist linear overflow, so water won't spill out easily. Early on, I did run into a small issue. When I was filling the tub for the first time, water kept leaking out, and I noticed the drain wasn't sealing properly. I messaged the company, sent them a quick photo, and they figured out that the original seal had been installed incorrectly. They mailed me a new seal. I reinstalled the drain, and since then, it's worked perfectly. No leaks, no wasted water. I like that FerdY support responded quickly, because if I didn't get help, it would have been really frustrating. Something to note for design. The faucet position is in the center for most setups, though you could do end mount if you wanted. With the spout in the middle, I can rest at either side, which is actually more versatile than having a fixed head or foot. So, if you're sharing the tub with a partner, or just want to lean different ways, you don't need to commit to one back or front every time. It also means my wooden caddy that holds soap, shampoo, and a drink sits nicely without bumping into anything. As for cleaning, the glossy acrylic doesn't stain easily and wipes down fast using basic bathroom cleaner or even just some dish soap and a soft cloth. That's huge for me because I don't want a weekly scrubbing project. The acrylic is also reinforced with fiberglass, so it doesn't feel flimsy. I've accidentally dropped the shower head and bottles in it a few times, but there's not a single crack or dent. If you're someone who's ever struggled with keeping your tub looking new, this material is a good choice. On the downside, I'd say if you have no plumbing experience at all, you might want to get someone to help with installation, especially hooking up the drain. The tub isn't overly complicated and doesn't require special hardware, but it still helps to have that extra pair of hands. Also, because it's a freestanding tub, it's not built to be anchored like some drop-in models. That means the silicone method or something similar is probably necessary for a solid install. Once set, it doesn't move. But I've seen a few reviews online from people surprised by this. In my opinion, the real advantage of the FerdY Sentosa 59-inch tub is how it makes your bathroom instantly feel more modern and spa-like without being too bold or weird. It holds 66 gallons, which is more than enough for a deep soak, but the walls aren't so bulky that it eats up your whole space. I'm in a regular-sized bathroom, not some giant master suite, and this tub fits with plenty of room to spare. The straight sides make it easy to fit, and the flat rim is wide enough to balance candles or little plants. The high-gloss white color doesn't yellow over time, and even after regular use, it still sparkles.